All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a good Friday, man. Let's put a smile on our face and let's put God in front. Uh, before we start this morning, before we really get off into it, there's a couple shots out I want to give, man. A couple people that I want to recognize. A couple kings and queens, man, who are out there promoting entrepreneurship, man, and who are being positive role models for their communities, man, inspiring their nation. Remember, charity starts at home before you spread abroad. Before you give it to somebody else, you make sure that your home is tight, man, that your kids are educated, that your queen is educated with what needs to be taught in this day and time, in this electrified age. I want to give a shout out, man, to Rockstar Gumbo over there off Blue Ridge, man. Gumbo, man. Gifted underdogs making business ordinary, man. I want to give a shout out to Rock over there, man. You know, I've known Rock for some time, man. I introduced him to some kings, man, and he's been on a rocket ship, man, ever since. So shout out to that king, man, over there. Go check him out over there on Blue Ridge at the barbershop, man. Cut King over there, you know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to former councilman Brandon Ellington, man. Uh, he's got a big show out on social media. Politics is War, man. Check him out again. That's Brandon Ellington. That Politics is War, man. If you don't know the law about what's going on, if you don't know the law about what you see on TV, you don't know the law in your city and how it pertains to you, especially if you're black or brown, then you want to listen to Brandon Ellington, man, on Facebook at Politics is War. Uh, my name is Johnson Bay again, life coach, exercise recovery specialist, supplement specialist, nutrition coach, uh, mentor. So getting into uh, this audio book today, man, if you owe God pain, he's coming to collect. You know, and we don't want to complicate this. You know, we don't want to complicate this message. It's really pretty simplistic. You didn't make it to where you are today without God. You know, so if you didn't make it to where you are today without God, then why aren't you on your knees? You know, why aren't you praising him? Why aren't you giving thanks? Why aren't you displaying the gratitude that needs to be displayed when somebody else helps you out of a jam, especially when it's the master? Now, we'll show that gratitude to our friends and spouses and significant others when they do something, when we borrow money from the bank, when we go take something to the pawn shop, we are sure to go pay that money back and go get that item. But you have a God who has saved your life several times for some of us. A God who you came to about birth and fertility, who made that happen, who gave you that beautiful son or daughter. A God who, when you were dying, laying on your deathbed, you cried out to. And now you sit up and smile looking at your family. You're still in the land of the living. A God that you cried out to when you needed that job, when you didn't have that money to pay that bill, when you didn't have the money to pay that rent and was facing eviction. The God that you cried out to when you had cancer, you found out that it was breast cancer, that it was a cancer in the stomach, and you cried out. And weeks later, months later, that doctor announced that that cancer was gone, right? You were in that car accident, man, and the police say they don't know how you survived. The car was crushed, but you're still walking and talking. You were a drug addict and you were homeless on the streets. You had lost everything, your dignity, your self-respect. You cried out to God. You cried out, take this hindrance away from me. Take this monkey off my back. Get this thing out of my life. And he did that. You cried out. All of these instances, you cried out and God answered. We have those in religion that believe that God is a selfish God. Well, I believe the same thing. A perfect doer, God is. One who just says be and it is. So, how could you not? Where is your gratitude? Where is your gratitude to the one that created you? Where is your gratitude to who freed you from that cell? Where is your gratitude to the one who allowed you to get up from that hospital bed? Where's your gratitude to the one who allowed you to pay that rent? Where's your gratitude to the one who allowed you to pay that car note, that daycare so the baby can go to daycare so you can go to work? We can break these things all the way down to the smallest situation, because God is all. He is everywhere. He's in the small situation. He's in your big situations. He's in your medium situations. He is everywhere, encompassed by boundaries. He is all. And he wants your life. He wants your soul. The harvest, it's plentiful. It's plentiful. In other words, there are plenty of people out there that need us, that need to be talked to, that need to be led, that need to be heard. And how dare you be blessed by the Creator and leave them out there in the lost? Experience is the best teacher. You say, Johnson Bay, I don't know how to go teach them. Sure you do. Experience is the best teacher. Teach them not to make the mistakes that you made. Tell them about your mistakes and how you corrected them. Be honest with them about those mistakes and how you need to correct the ones you still are participating in. God is everywhere. He pierces the secret of every heart. He knows what you think before you think it. What you conceal, he knows. Stop it. Stop it. If I'm walking around here every day, I got my senses, my movements, my vision, my hearing, but I also can admit that I lived a life of crime when I was young, a life of chaos, a life of issues, a life of problems, a life of experience inside prison, a life with experience inside addiction. There is only one way I am qualified to come on here and talk to you. There is only one reason I am hired as a servant. The servant is worthy of his hire, but there is only one reason that God has chosen me. The highest heights are obtained by those who reach the greatest depths. The highest heights are obtained by those who reach the greatest depths. And I have reached depths. I know what it is to suffer, to hurt, but I know what it is to gain that strength. I know what it is to gain that focus. I know what it is to gain that consciousness and come up out of that hole. But I also know what it is and respect the fact to turn around and tell the God that saved me, thank you. Tell the God that saved me that I will commit hours in my day, days in my life to you. You commit your days and your commitments, your days, your time, your hours, your money to your significant other. Well, your first significant other should be God who saved you. It is God who gave you that significant other. There is nothing above him. So if the harvest is plentiful, and this is where we put it into context. This is what makes God upset. Over the years, I've saved so many workers. So many people have gone through so many things based on their decisions that led them to the left instead of the right that they had to learn. So they've walked through the classroom of life and they've learned. But there is a harvest out there that is plentiful, and those who have learned, who I have led, who God has brought out of circumstance are not working, or not giving back. And that is the issue. God says, how dare you take my blessing? How dare you, after I saved your life? How dare you, after I saved your mother? How dare you, after I saved that child in the womb of your spouse, that child that came out healthy? How dare you not put me first? How dare you not recognize my power? How dare you? I need you to know that If you haven't been punished, then your punishment is just delayed, but God's arm is not weak. Reflection is the business of man. I suggest you sit back and look in that mirror of the mind, man, and look at what God, let's stare in that rearview mirror of the mind and look at what God has done for us. Let's look at what God has done for us. The harvest is plenty for all of you. And I'm talking about drug dealers to Wall Street. Drug dealers, if you ain't in prison, then God saved you. Some of you were laying on a deathbed not too long ago. Why? Because this is the life you choose. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you're not doing what you have to do to get there. You don't have the discipline. You're praying for things that you're not worthy of. God says, I put messengers out there. You will not be able to duck, run, or hide. Johnson Bay, amongst so many other messengers, are out there right today in several different fashions, in several different religions. The Bible says the tree has many branches. There are speakers in several different places today delivering this message that God wants his money. He's coming to collect it. He's coming to collect it. You think you ride up and down the street all day, booming with the chains. You young ladies, you run up and down the street all day with the Dukes on, playing. You men who are really children, you women who are really kids, run up and down the street all day playing in a world that is coming to a close. In a world that is coming to a close, you are still playing, and no one is the joke but you. God says there will be no more giving. I must see dedication. I must see devotion to those who I gave to. And if you think that due to your ungratefulness, your lack of respect for the Creator, this is what I'll tell you. Turn from your sinful ways or God will turn from you. This is the message I delivered today on 10/10 Friday. If you owe God pain, he's coming to collect. If you owe God pain, he's coming to collect. Turn from your sinful ways or God will turn from you. We are here now. We are here now. We are in the end. Several messengers will deliver this message. I don't promote any fear. I don't promote any lies. I promote facts. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. Turn on your TV. Turn on your TV. Turn on your TV. Look around you. Look around the world. Look in your neighborhood. See the death, the murder, the war, the disease, the pestilence, the starvation. Know yourself. Know yourself, man. Know yourself. Study yourself. And when you studied yourself and you feel you know yourself well, study yourself again, because he who knows himself, she who knows herself, knows the weaknesses, knows the highs, knows the lows, knows what will fade away, what's imaginary. Nothing is real but the love that your family has for you, the love you have for yourself, the love God has for you, and God himself. Everything else will fade away. If you owe God pain, he's coming to collect. We're going to close out here. Thank everyone for tuning in. The lines are open. You're able to contact us, kingandqueenfit.com. You can study us. You can schedule a session. Uh, Shout out to Insane Prints. That's our sister company. We also do print, logo, branding. Turn from your sinful ways, man, or God will turn from you. Give him a piece of your time, man. Just a piece. You know, start off with a piece, man. And I guarantee you'll want to grow it shortly, man, because he is love. He is beautiful. He is strength. He is his arms around you. He is that person that you can trust. He is that person that won't talk behind your back. He is that person you can ask and receive from. He is that one. She is that one. Again, you hear me on here say we don't know what God is, a he or she in spirit. So for the women, I give you your credit. For the men, I give you your credit. For the kings and the queens, we are here. I am here. This was Johnson Bay. I love y'all, man. Turn from your simple ways or God will turn from you, man. Got some questions, need some directions, man, contact me. Always here. Check out the 5 steps to overcoming fear and doubt that came out yesterday. Give God his due. Give God his due, or you're not real. All you realists running around here, you gangster real, be a gangster for God. You're a gangster for nothing right now. Be a gangster for God. Be a gangster for who's saving you while you being a stupid gangster in the street. Turn from your simple ways or God will turn from you. This was King Queen Fitness Virtual. Have a good day. Love y'all.